from the Guam Guard. We have Mark Scott, the PIO, here to talk to us about Operation Liberate Guam. Did I get that right? Is that because that might have been taken? Liberate Guam,
No,
Mark. It's
you got it right, Chris. Thanks for having me come on this morning. I appreciate you. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, Operation Liberate Guam is the brainchild of our Surgeon Cell and Task Force Medical. And what it comes down to is like similarly to how we were, occupied by this deadly and violent occupation back almost 80 years ago. We're facing something similar today, right? So now that we have the opportunity, thanks to the community for bringing down the CAR score, our medics are somewhat more freed from helping out the hospitals, so they have it more under control. We're able to take some of those medics and repurpose them to help the vaccine effort. And this is what we're calling Operation Liberate Guam, to set us free from this occupation, if you will, and get us back to our daily lives. So Operation Liberate Guam, we're going to be involved with the vaccination efforts, and you're going to see it at the UOG Field House this week from Tuesday to Saturday. There was a presser put out, there was a jig put out, so you guys will have a chance to see those graphics. But basically what it is that we're having our, in support of public health and the governor's office, of course, we're redirecting our task force medical to put vaccines in arms at the UOG Field House again from Tuesday to Saturday from 2:00 p.m. to 8:00 p.m. Now, something different we're doing than we've seen before at the clinics is that we're having folks give the opportunity to make an appointment on Eventbrite. I'm sure you guys will be nice enough to post up that link.
yeah.
You can also find it on our social media page, but what you'll do is you'll sign up on the website and the link is provided in that graphic. And we are taking up to 1,800 appointments through online booking. Can you walk in? Yes, you can still walk in, but Captain Denise Chargaloff put it really well. It's almost like a Disneyland fast pass, where if you've made an appointment, you're gonna get streamlined right through and get the shot in your arm. I would like to stress though, that the walk-ins are reserved for, this is phase 1C. So our Manumku 60 years and older, that's who this is reserved for. And that's who the walk-in should be too, if you're not able to make the appointment. So please tell grandma, grandpa, or help them out with the Eventbrite registration. We're working on a tutorial to make things easier, and come through to the UOG Field House this week and get your shot. It's the Pfizer dose 1 or dose 2 at the UOG Field House this week.
All right, thank you for that update on Operation Liberate Guam. But I kind of wanted to go back to our guards, men and women that were deployed to the nation's capital for President Biden's inauguration. Are they back or are they still there?
They're still there, Bree, but I got some photos and videos this morning of them loading the bus. So they're done, mission complete for now, and they'll be on their way home soon. Now, one caveat to that, Bree, is that the chief of the National Guard Bureau has requested that there still remains a presence in DC for some upcoming events, such as the impeachment trial, such as the State of the Union address, and some other things. So like we always do, Guam raised our hand and stepped up and said, yes, we will be a portion of that footprint that remains in DC for these upcoming events. We're looking at a few who want to stay, who are already there, and we're looking at a whole bunch more from here who want to go out and rotate the troops that are on the ground. Some of them have school and jobs to get back to, so there will be a rotation. We're still finalizing the numbers, but yes, we're looking at sending a force of about 25 into the middle of March for these upcoming events. So we'll still be there.
There was a heartwarming story out of Congressman St. Nicholas's office over the weekend, as he had posted up on his Facebook that some of the guard contingent was sleeping in a garage, and he was basically like, I ain't having it, and he opened up his office for these.
How awesome of Congressman St. Nicholas. That was great. He drove at 1 o'clock in the morning once he found out. But just to clarify a little bit, you guys, the parking garage where you saw the troops resting was their break area while they're on shift. So they have long shifts and they take their breaks, and that was what we were seeing. Their lodging, when they're done with their shift, is the hotel. So they had good lodging. They're comfortable and warm and dry. But there was a little bit of miscommunication that was just their break area. But still, regardless, how kind it was of Congressman San Nicolas to go there and open up his office and give him a little more of a comfortable break area. We appreciate it. We applaud you and your staff. In addition to all the other support we've gotten, former Congressman Robert Underwood was there visiting the troops. Former Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo was also on ground greeting the soldiers and airmen, saying hello, and just the outpouring of support from the community in general. We thank you all very much.
So they were on a break?
I'm sorry that
They were.
Like, how
They
long
were.
was their break? Because I saw the pots being pulled out.
I mean,
like
talk
they were
about
staying the
this.
night.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you give Guam troops a chance to have like an hour lunch break, there's going to be pots and rice and spam and cots involved. We'll take advantage of it for sure.
Because I did read one of the articles in Politico. You saw the pictures of all. It wasn't just Guam. There was
Right.
a whole lot of National Guards members that went to the parking garage because they supposedly were told that they weren't needed anymore.
So I'm not sure what's going on with the other states too much, Bree, but as soon as I saw that article and I talked to some of the troops who are on the ground, they told me that that is their break area while on hot shift. So it's just a temporary place for them to, get off their feet because they're standing on the roads, they're doing patrols, to kind of take off their gear for a minute and grab lunch. But when they're done with their shift, they go back to their hotel room. I'm not too sure how the other states had their troops set up.
Because there were other Congress people that opened their doors for their National Guards members. It wasn't just Congressman San Nicolas to provide shelter.
During the break time.
Sure, and what a great thing. Yeah, what a great thing to have the support from our leadership. It's awesome.
Amen.
And another issue that I saw in some of the national media reports were that some of the Guards members that were deployed to the nation's capital had come down and had been infected with COVID. Are any of our soldiers affected?
No, our soldiers were all vaccinated prior to leaving. They all got their at least dose one. And we also follow the protocol measures for things like, the PPE and the distancing when possible and stuff. We have not had any positives with our Guam contingent that went to DC.
Okay. And what is the current count of vaccinations within the National Guard here?
Let me see. I'm gonna say we did 100 during January drill or so, and the majority of our JTF, especially Task Force Medical. So I can only give you a roundabout number, Bree, but I'm gonna say like between 1 and 200, not counting our civilian population that also got it because they may be first responders and stuff like that, our weekend drillers. So that's a wide approximation because I'm not tracking those right now.
Yeah, we do have somebody, one of our viewers online is saying that those Guards members, they were not even in a hotel. That you're lying.
Are you a liar?
I tell the information that I'm given, and I'm definitely going to go back now and find out more. But from what I was told, the hotel was their primary lodging, and what we saw in the parking garages was their break area. If that was inaccurate information, I'll be sure to go back and dig a little deeper and get back to you guys. And from what I'm told, I'm not lying.
Okay. No, I wanted to give you that opportunity to respond.
To respond to your detractors. All right.
Yeah, and we rely on that. We do rely on our detractors to, call us out if there's something that doesn't make sense or there's something wrong. It's called freedom of speech, and it's what we also stand for. So thank you for holding us accountable. We need it, just like everyone else.
Amen. What else you got going on? You guys still got a full presence at the quarantine facilities as they're such a crucial part of this COVID mitigation?
Yes, we do. We're still in the quarantine facilities, helping out with the vaccination efforts, the DC mission. We have Sec 4-4 up at the THAAD ramping up to go. Sec 4-3 is, of course, already there, and a security forces detachment in the Middle East. So we're all over the place, always ready, always there.
Always there. Well, thank you for always being available and accessible for us here on the link.
Appreciate
us little
it.
people.
Yep.
Yep, thank you guys too. And don't forget, come by UOG this week, 60 and above, phase 1 Charlie, or your vaccination. Appreciate you all. Thank you.
All right, Mark.
Take care.
Mark Scott of the Guard. He's